Hi, my name is Mark Jennings. I'm the National Sales Manager with Masterblend.
And I'm Brent Wiegand, Equipment Production Manager for Masterblend.
We would like to welcome you here today for the installation video of the El Diablo. And with that said, I'm going to turn it over to you, Brent.
Thank you, Mark. Now, the first thing you want to consider when you're doing your installation is the size of the van. We recommend at least a 3/4 ton or larger van to install the machine. You also want to consider the location where you're putting the machine. It will go in either the side door or the rear door of a van. If you mount it in the rear door of the van, the waste tank is cut out to allow it to slide over the fender well, which leaves room for a hose reel or a water well on the other side of the machine. After determining the location for your machine, it's important that you check underneath the van for any obstructions that may hinder the installation. Today we'll be installing a machine in the side door of a box truck. Before we install the machine, we're going to put a truck pan into place to contain any spills or water that may come from the machine to keep them from moving about the van. First, we will secure the truck pan into place using sheet metal screws. This is important to keep the pan from moving while we slide the machine in. Alright, now that looks great. Now that our truck pan is in place, let's slide the truck mount on in. Always be sure to adjust the forks to proper width before attempting to lift the machine. Also, before lifting, be sure to recruit a spotter to have additional lifting support on the waste tank side of the machine due to center of gravity being offset to that side. They will only need to apply a minimal amount of lift in order to maintain proper balance, but don't let your spotter go anywhere. We will need him again shortly. Alright, now that the machine is in place, it's time to locate our drilling locations. What we need to do first is inspect underneath the van very carefully for any brake lines, fuel lines, or wire harnesses that might be there. It's very important that we do this. Once we've secured that it's safe to do so, all we need to do is grab our drill with our 3/8 drill bit and get to work. After drilling the holes, it's time to install the bolts. Be sure to place a large washer on the underside of the van for overall stability, and for this you'll need your spotter again. While tightening the bolts, simply have them sit below, holding the nuts in place. Now that the machine is secure in the van, it's time to do the fuel tap. Make sure before you do any cuts in the fuel system that you have the proper fuel tap for that vehicle. Now today's installation is going to be one of the simplest you'll see, but be sure to follow the manufacturer's instructions for that particular vehicle. With the fuel tap now installed, it's time to connect the electric fuel pump that is supplied with every El Diablo machine. Simply following the same mounting procedure as when we placed the machine, this process should feel very familiar. Inspect for hazards, use a 3/8 drill bit and have your spotter around to help fasten. Now there are more steps involved in this installation, so be sure to follow all instructions included with your water well. Once in place, simply remove the inlet hose from the cat pump and connect the supply hose from your water well.
And that's it, a very easy, painless installation. Now that the truck mount is installed and the water well's hooked up, it's time to correctly connect the battery.
Now hopefully you've noticed throughout this process that the El Diablo install is one of the simplest within our industry. Combine that with the performance of the machine itself, and we believe it to be one of the best truck mounts currently on the market. With that said, it's now time to test out your new El Diablo.